Alright, so I'm picking up the name Esther, Lester. I think that's in one of your songs. Esmeralda, some sort of E-name. So whatever that means for you in the moment that you're watching this video, that's significant to you. Actually, it's not the moment you're watching this video. It would actually be by the time that this is posted, this means something to you. So whether you're talking to the person that was in the song, whether you're discussing a name similar to that, or I don't know, there's a significance to that name or something that sounds like that name coming through, or it has an E and an S in the name that's significant to you. I'm also getting currently that you are in a relatively good mood. You are singing. I feel like you are dancing as well. It's mostly with yourself, to yourself. You're just cheering yourself up, cheering yourself on. I'm getting a message from your guardian angels to say, come to us. I'm channeling the song Candy by Mandy Moore. I'll put the song down below so that you guys can reference the song to see. Normally when I pick up on songs, when I channel it, there's a significance, whether it's in the lyrics or the song itself or the person singing it, that there's a significance to the person that I'm reading. Sometimes it can pick up on other people who are watching the video. If you feel it's significant to you in some sort of way, by all means, take this as a sign for you, but don't make connections where there's no connections there. So that's something else I'm picking up on. Your angels are saying, come to us, come to us. Let's, you know, it's this feeling that they want to, I don't know, they kind of just want to hold you for some reason. It's like the vision I'm getting is you dancing and singing, almost like a child, like a really happy child, but the child doesn't know that the situation that they're in is not a particularly good situation. The child's just happy because it's, you know, it's a happy baby, and the angels are surrounding, wanting to comfort you so that you can continue to grow and thrive as a happy person, without feeling the pain of the world or the pain of the circumstances, if I'm still referring to the analogy that I had. So I feel like there's situations that are around you that could potentially cause you some sort of harm, and your angels just want to nurture you. Now, when I talk about things like that, as far as angels go, I don't feel as if it's, you know, it is protection, but in the sense of divine love, if that makes any sense. So it doesn't have any sort of fear or anything like that. Any kind of fear-based feelings or emotions that are negative don't exist in the higher realms, because that comes from a place of not understanding. It comes from a place of negativity that lowers your vibration. Now, they come from a place of faith, of knowing, of acknowledgement, of full love. It's love for everything that happens, you know. It's like, it's an understanding of why people do the things that they do, and then reacting out of place of just full acceptance and love for the other person. So when they're protecting you, it's a sense of, we know, we see everything because we're not living the human experience. So we just want to curtail the situation, move you away, or surround you with love, with energy that'll protect you. And so I see that with you. They just want to continue to have you be happy and joyful and live a fulfilling life, and a life that feels like you don't have to worry about the details of things, is almost how it comes across. Is like, don't worry about the details. Just be you, be happy, be free, be like a child almost. Like, just have fun, play. So sorry if you guys can hear the background. They're doing construction next door. So we have time to move on, dream big, empowerment. Power. You're coming into your power, and they want you to recognize your true power within yourself. And there's a sense, again, with these dolphins, the dolphin spirit, this intelligence and this playfulness And then you see she's holding her heart, she's embracing her heart, and she's illuminated. And so I feel like it's a connection, a divine connection that you have to your guardian angels, and they want you to continue to connect with them, and with being playful and being happy, again, with hiring your vibration, hiring your mental state, that allows good energy to come into you. It allows you to be able to connect easier and faster to your guardian angels when you come from a place of happiness and a place of joy. It doesn't always have to be that way. They will come through, obviously, no matter what, especially in times of need. Just ask and pray to them. But it's just that's what they want you to know, is that, you know, even in your happy times and your low times, they're here for you no matter what. They just really want you to be happy and play. Maybe even channeling that song if you haven't been around that friend in a while, if that's someone that's really close to you. Maybe this is an indication for you to reach out to that person or to spend more time with that person. It's getting really dark here right now. It's really dark and really windy. The construction's going. It's kind of strange. Okay, so we have the Lover, well, I'm sorry, we have the Two of Cups, and then we have the Death card. we have it under the time to move on, so this could possibly mean that there was a relationship that you've been dwelling on. There's a situation with a person. This doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. This could be a friendship. This could also be some sort of work relationship that needs to be severed at this time. I'll pick up on how I'm feeling a little bit later, but let's just pull a couple more cards to see if there's any more information that wants to come through. So we have the Fool card. Okay, so again, yeah, something needs to change in your life, some drastic change that needs to happen. That's really going to make you feel a lot happier. I feel like maybe you have so many options, so many opportunities for you, that it's kind of difficult sometimes for you to decide which direction you want to go with. The feeling that I'm getting here, the words that I'm picking up on, is weird. It's like, to you, you're saying like things are just weird. Things that have happened is weird. Things that are going on are weird. And to me, when I say the word weird, it's like this term of not being able to grasp or fully understand what the circumstances are or what the situation is. It feels like you can't put a finger on it. You can't understand why things happen the way they did, why they're continuing to happen, and it's just unidentifiable. And honestly, what I'm picking up on, especially with the energy that's happening around me, where it's getting extremely windy, extremely dark. The people next door, the construction's going so hard, it's shaking the house. It's shaking the foundation of my house. This is a very powerful change that's happening within your life at the moment. And I feel like this is an outward change that's happening. And with the guardian angels too, I feel like they were coming through to let you know that this weirdness, this strangeness, these things that you can't fully understand or pick up on, that they want you to continue on this path of happiness. And look, as I'm saying that, the sun is starting to peek back out, the wind is coming down, the foundation is no longer shaking, even though they're continuing to do construction. It's your guardian angels coming through saying, like, all of this that's not making sense, you need to start making sense of it, because there's someone coming through, a woman, whether this is an entity or a person that's around you. It's an older woman, it's a stronger woman, and she is the person that you would feel is a little bit detached. She's a little bit strange. She works by herself. She's by herself a lot. Very often she is seen by herself. And she encourages you to try different things, start something completely different, and you know, there's information there that you need to figure out for yourself. That's not something that I'm in a position right now to even get into with you on the channel. So yeah, let's back up a little bit and say, okay, so we have we have this section right here. We're going to do it by sections because that's the way that it's coming through to me. It comes through to me in overall sections, and then nothing to do with the cards, because if you guys have watched any of my other videos, I don't necessarily go specifically on the cards. It's just intuitively what's picked up on. The cards really don't mean much to me. It's mostly just for you guys to look at, really. But anyway, so let's talk about this. So what happened is a situation that you were with other people, other things that had come to an abrupt end, right? And there's a part of you that is still in that position. Now, your guardian angels are telling you that you need to move forward from that situation. You need to think bigger. Think of the bigger picture. Don't think about things that aren't serving you, that aren't working for you, that don't feel like it's right for you, because there's an indication here that you know and you feel that you want to move forward, you want to move on from it, but you're staying with it because it's comfortable. You're staying with it because it's familiar, and it's something that you've been able to master in a lot of ways in your own life. When I revert back to the vision that I had before of you dancing as a child, you're still young. Now, this can also just mean here in human form, you're a young woman. You're still a young woman. But I also mean as far as how much information that you have about this particular situation that I'm picking up on that you need to move on from. You don't have all the information, and your guardian angels are trying to protect you because you are potentially going down a path that you aren't, your soul has not agreed for you to do. So they are wanting to protect you so that you can be happy. They want you to continue to be happy and focus on being happy, because by doing that, that's going to avoid you a lot of this change and heartbreak and confusion that's going to come forward if you take the wrong advice from people who you find are strange. And it's not a good kind of strange. If you can't identify it, if you can't make sense of it, then tune into your heart and tune into your intuition and figure out what it feels like for you, and think about overall the big picture of things. So I do feel that you had originally made a decision that it hurt you in the end. You weren't completely happy with it, and this is at a soul level, so I don't know if you would really pick up on it. Like, you would feel that it doesn't feel right to you, but you would continue doing it, if that's making any sense to you. So again, there's this indication to really think big. Think big. Dive into those challenges, dive into those issues that you have with yourself, with other people, with your circumstances, because not everything's perfect in your life right now. There's a lot of difficulty that's you're going through mentally right now, and you've been avoiding it for a long time. You've created a way for you to seem calm on the surface, when in reality it goes a lot deeper than that. It gets really, like, your emotions, it's built and built and built, that has come to a point where it's clutter, and you would have to take a really long time to find, compartmentalize everything, and then identify each thing and then deal with it individually, right? And you're fully capable of doing that, but there is that indication that you should do that. It's important for you to do that, because there's beauty in the pain. By working through your pain, that's how you become better. And it doesn't work by you just completely ignoring it and pushing it off to the side and making it seem as if everything's okay, because clearly not everything is okay with you. There are so many challenges that you have gone through, and your guardian angels they want you to know that you're protected through this. They want you to know that you facing those problems head on, facing that pain head on, that you are protected, that you are surrounded, and they're not going to let anything happen to you. It's that raw pain and energy that strips you completely of who you are and what you believe, and that's going to release so much light and energy, is what I'm saying. It's like ripping open a box. Okay, you got a box delivered to you, and inside of it is like the sun, you know, and you rip it open, the sun just comes bursting out of it, and that's within you. That's within the pain that you've hidden for a long time. That's where your power lies, is by identifying it, looking at each piece of the pain, each piece of the puzzle, and opening yourself up to it. And I think once you start doing that, you've probably been seeing your angels in your dreams lately. They've come to you in your dreams. And the more that you address this, the more you will be able to communicate with your guardian angels, because they are deeply, I see them parallel with you. So they're directly above you. Yeah, like directly above you, and they want you to communicate with them more by unlocking the parts of your heart, by breaking those walls down that you are aware are up, but there is a part of you that, because you have so many walls up, even though you're aware of it, there's even more that you aren't even aware happening in your life. What's really going to bring you joy in your life, true happiness, is by doing this, because what I'm seeing is you have this outward appearance of being happy, and you are actually happy, but you want people to see you as this happy person. You want people to see you as, it's surface level happiness, and you know, you by no means do you look as if you don't have any substance. You do appear as if you have substance, because you do obviously have substance. However, it goes deeper than that, and your true happiness, that true level of its depth, the depths of your heart, what really is going to nourish your soul and nourish your heart, is actually hidden, and the happiness that you're exuding is fragile. It's very fragile, without you even fully recognizing how fragile it is. And I feel like you've distanced yourself enough to where you feel like, okay, it is fragile, but it's protected because I've distanced myself from so many people and from society in a lot of ways, that nothing's gonna happen, when in reality something can happen. Something can come and knock you down from your happiness, because it's not rooted in what you truly want. It's not rooted in your soul. You've been avoiding it for so long. You've been avoiding addressing these things for so long that you're almost becoming too comfortable in thinking that you can run from it. And it's gonna come crashing down eventually if you keep doing that. Other people are gonna come in and try and take advantage of you, because they're able to recognize that within you. You know, they're gonna recognize that you're pretending, in a sense, because you want to protect yourself. You want to protect your heart. You want to protect yourself from addressing this pain, because you feel like it's too much. It's so much. You're afraid that maybe you can't handle it, or you don't have time to handle it. Maybe people around you aren't allowing you that time to handle it. And so an indication of you moving on would be to move on from your current circumstances, so you have the opportunity to deal with this stuff. I see someone reaching to you for assistance, for help, and you looking at them in a sense of like, it's a blank slate. You know, I don't know if you use any sort of substance or if you're medicated at all, but it feels like this is what helps you kind of get, it's like glassy eyes is what I'm seeing, like a glassy exterior, you know, where you almost don't feel and it blocks your emotions. So it's an emotional inhibitor for you, because you're wanting to protect yourself. Again, it's this need for, it is the desire from you to protect yourself. And so the repetition here is you don't have to, yes, in real world terms, you have to protect yourself, yes, but please know you're not alone. Your guardian angels are protecting you. Your guardian angels are here. Again, I've said this in previous videos, and I say that everyone watching this applies to everybody. You have gone through the circumstances in your life because you knew at a soul level before you even came here that that was a possibility. You have every probability run through you to see what life you're able to lead in this lifetime, and in worse circumstances happen to you, that you are able to go through it. You are able to handle every situation that you go through in life. You knew you would be able to. You knew you're strong enough. It's tuning into your heart and finding the reason why you went through it. The reason why things happened the way they did, and what lesson that you can learn from it. How can you become stronger because of that? How can you become more loving because of that? How can you become more understanding of other people and other circumstances? It's very difficult. I completely understand. I've gone through my own sets of issues. Everyone has their own sets of things in various degrees. It doesn't matter. It's how it made you feel. But by all means, I promise you all, and I promise you, Ariana, when you're watching, this happened, these circumstances happened because it happened to you, for you, specifically, and because you knew before coming to this earth that you would be able to handle it if this particular circumstance happened to you. Now, yes, we can get into it. There are soul agreements, soul contracts, karmic contract, on and on and on. Some things we knew would happen to us because it's like a wave. It's a wave. Karma works as a wave. It's an action and reaction. It's the natural law of our soul. It happens because of what happened in previous lifetimes and what happened with other people. Okay? So that's how that works. But if anything else, okay, I have to say this because he's coming through. The person who had passed away, the male who passed away, he is coming through. I know this is a very sensitive subject, but by all means, this is very important. I see it coming through as love, pure energy, and recognition that, yes, ultimately, people when they pass over, if they've taken their life or if something like that has cut their life short, they do regret, because that's cutting them from their soul's journey, because we came to this world for a journey in life. However, they ultimately hold compassion for themselves, because they understand. Our souls, on a deep level, we understand, and we feel sad, we feel sorry, in a way, not in a down way, but just, I wish things were different. But it happened, and, I'm going to come through, and I'm going to have to try again. I can't, because we come to this earth to learn some valuable lessons so our soul can evolve. Okay, that's what we do. And I do see that they are going to be reincarnating again into this lifetime. So as the majority of us are still here in this lifetime, this particular person is going to come back and come through again in male form as a child. And that's what I'm picking up on. Something about a foot. I don't know. There's a foot. I see it as this dog here. The dog is at the foot. So that's something to do with that person. And it's likely. So I'm saying that it's likely that they're going to come back. So they are still over on the other side. They have not come back yet, but they're saying that it's likely that they're going to come back during the majority of our lifetime. That doesn't necessarily have to happen for them, and you know, again, the conditions have to be right. If you can watch the Halsey video, I kind of went a little bit into it, but not really. And so that's just an indication here that that person wanted to come through and say a lot of love from that person. I'll pick eternity. Gently move your awareness from the external world to a world of light within your heart. Allow each breath to heal you as you drift to a place beyond time. Eternity exists within you, forever sparkling like a diamond. You are, in essence, a shining star, forever transforming to ever greater light. This particular person, I do believe, will be connected. This is part of your soul family. This person is part of your soul family, and they are indicating that they are with you for eternity. They are here with you forever. That it was true love. They hope that you forgive them and they forgive you. So every sense of forgiveness, everything has been forgiven, and that there's that love that they want you to carry through. They want you to carry your life onward and forward, and that there's a lot of love there, that they love you. Forgiveness, holding on to a past hurt is preventing you from moving forward and achieving your heart's desires. Let it go. Again, with the time to move on. Forgiveness does not mean that you condone another's actions. It simply means that you are no longer willing to be a perpetual victim to a particular person or event. Blame is a waste of your precious energy. Bless and surrender the past, for in doing so, you will reclaim the joy of life. I'm being called to pull some cards from another deck, so let me go grab it. I do want to say I was being called to pull further along in the reading, and I did pass the message along that if they wanted to communicate with you, then they need to do that directly. They need to do that directly with you. It doesn't 100% need to come through on this channel. I think this is more impactful and more important that they do it themselves and not to go through other people for this. This has happened before with several other people that I've done readings on. I'll say it doesn't happen often. It happened probably under 30 times that someone has come through very persistently, and I've directly told them that they need to come through to that particular person, and I promise you that every single time that person, that entity has come through to them, and this is not something that I always mention to the reader. Actually, I don't ever tell them until after the fact. Because then they will come to me and they will mention it. And so since I am not doing a private reading for you, I have not spoken to you directly, and I know this is an extremely sensitive subject, I just wanted to get that out there, that yeah, so when you feel as if this person came through, you would feel sometimes it comes through just as a presence, like a knowing, and you're like, someone's here, something's going on. It could be something as subtle as that, or it could be something that comes through to you as a messenger, whether it's a feather or a bird or just some animal or a saying or just a feeling. They're deeply, deeply connected to you, and they're here. They're here with you at all times, protecting you, being with you, surrounding you, loving you. And I knew this card would come through. It's number 50, so if the numbers have anything to do important to you, it says, consider your foundation. Look at how committed you are to love. They just want you to build a beautiful life for yourself. It's an encouragement that you don't have the bigger picture. You don't have the whole story. And this is a reminder too, with the weirdness going on here, and you feeling as if maybe you know I don't mean this in a bad way. It's like you feel like you have all the answers to a particular situation, but you don't. There's a lot of information that's being hidden from you, and I think this person is coming through to protect you and to warn you and to come through to say there's a lot of messages coming through to you, a lot of messengers. So a lot of other people coming through, angels coming through. Again, I only deal with the angelic realm, but I do feel as if this is a warning to you, multiple warnings to you from this person. They want to continue to protect you. They want you to divert some things, come closer to them, because coming closer to them brings you closer to God. But there's an indication here that you aren't seeing the bigger picture of something, and that they really want you to build a legacy and a life that you're going to be proud of and you're going to be happy about, that you're going to feel stable in, because I do see this sense of building something that isn't exactly stable. That's what you've been doing for a while now, and you're lacking that strong foundation, and eventually, hopefully, things like that would come tumbling down, in the sense that it allows you to restructure and do things in a way that creates a life that has a lot more stability for you, and understanding. And so let me pull one more card for you. This will be the end of my reading. These are the two that came out. So we have embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. And passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at the present. Enjoy it. So you have a lot going for you in this moment. You have a lot going on. Just really tune in to what you feel passionate about. Tune in to what brings you closer to yourself, what brings you more in tune with yourself at your core, and allow some of those walls that are when you build walls, it might be keeping people out, but it's not allowing things to come in for you as well, and it's trapping this negativity inside of you, this pain inside of you. I see it as like you're not getting the nutrients that you need. You're not getting things that are fulfilling you, because you're blocking that substance from coming in for you. So it's doing a disservice to yourself, not just to other people or anything. Forget other people. It's really about yourself, and to embrace all parts of you, every inch of you. Just embrace and find the beauty in every single part of the pain, the beauty and the breakdown. I'll put that down below, because that's kind of like part of this as well. But that's my reading for you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.